As the new year unfolds, January 2025 sets a transformative tone with significant planetary movements that encourage reflection, recalibration, and strategic planning. The month is shaped by the interplay of retrogrades, key transits, and impactful conjunctions that influence all areas of life, urging us to slow down, revisit our goals, and approach challenges with a renewed sense of clarity and purpose. It's essential to note that these insights are grounded in Vedic astrology, which accounts for the approximately 24-degree difference with the tropical zodiac. Saturn, the planet of discipline and long-term growth, continues its transit through Aquarius, emphasizing introspection and the need to embrace responsibility. Positioned in the Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, this transit highlights the importance of self-awareness and fostering a structured approach to achieve long-term goals. Saturn's aspects on key areas such as communication, relationships, and transformation encourage us to balance ambition with realistic planning. Its conjunction with Venus on January further amplifies themes of self-discipline in personal connections and financial matters, urging individuals to reflect deeply before making decisions. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and wisdom, retrogrades in Taurus, casting a reflective light on communication, creativity, and personal efforts. This retrograde phase is ideal for revisiting past plans, refining strategies, and focusing on areas that may have been neglected. While the retrograde may bring temporary delays, it also provides an opportunity for growth through introspection and learning from past experiences. Jupiter's influence is particularly significant in financial and creative matters, reminding us to adopt a cautious yet optimistic approach. Mars, the planet of energy and action, retrogrades in Cancer until January 21st, heightening emotional sensitivity and creating potential challenges in areas of work, creativity, and relationships. This retrograde phase urges us to confront unresolved emotional matters and navigate conflicts with patience. As Mars moves into Gemini on January 21st, its energy shifts toward communication, intellectual pursuits, and balancing personal and professional priorities. However, the retrograde energy continues to demand thoughtfulness and deliberation before taking decisive action. Mercury, the messenger planet, supports clarity and effective communication through its transits this month. Initially positioned in Sagittarius, Mercury fosters optimism and expansive thinking. Its transition into Capricorn on January 24th sharpens our focus on practical matters, teamwork, and goal setting. These shifts in Mercury's energy encourage us to align our thoughts with tangible actions, providing much-needed clarity in decision-making processes. The Sun, the source of vitality and illumination, transitions from Sagittarius to Capricorn on January 14th, signaling a shift from expansive exploration to grounded ambition. Capricorn's influence brings a focus on structure, discipline, and long-term planning, making the second half of January an excellent time to set realistic goals and work diligently toward achieving them. This solar transition encourages introspection and careful evaluation of personal and professional priorities. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and harmony, plays a significant role in January's astrological landscape. Its transit through Aquarius early in the month enhances individuality and innovation in personal and professional relationships. The deep conjunction of Venus and Saturn on January 19th brings themes of commitment and emotional introspection to the forefront, urging us to evaluate our connections with sincerity and maturity. Venus's entry into Pisces on January 28th shifts the focus to romance, creativity, and self-expression, though Rahu's influence alongside Venus may blur boundaries, creating a need for discernment in relationships and financial matters. The presence of the lunar nodes, Rahu in Pisces and Ketu in Virgo, continues to influence karmic themes and spiritual growth. Rahu in Pisces highlights the importance of balancing dreams with reality, while Ketu in Virgo encourages meticulous attention to detail and the release of unnecessary burdens. These placements encourage self-discovery and the integration of lessons learned over the past months. Health and well-being are pivotal themes this month, with Saturn's influence emphasizing the need for long-term self-care routines. Mars retrograde in Cancer may heighten emotional stress or bring attention to health concerns, urging individuals to prioritize mental and physical well-being. The transition of Venus into Pisces toward the end of the month offers a boost in vitality and creativity, but it also warns against overindulgence or neglecting balance in daily routines. On a global and societal level, the astrological patterns of January 2025 suggest a collective focus on reevaluating priorities, addressing systemic challenges, and fostering innovation. Saturn in Aquarius emphasizes themes of community, collaboration, and humanitarian efforts, while Jupiter in Taurus encourages practical approaches to economic and environmental issues. These energies collectively call for grounded optimism, resilience, and a commitment to sustainable growth. To accurately assess the impact of these transits, it's crucial to consider your ascendant and moon signs. The ascendant sign provides insights into the timing of life events, while the moon sign reveals how you'll emotionally respond to these changes. Additionally, consider the position of your current Maha-Dasha lord in your birth chart, as it can shed light on how these transits will influence the recurring themes of your current Dasha period. These specific outcomes will depend on individual Dasha periods and how these transits interact with your natal planetary placements. If you are currently in Jupiter's Maha-Dasha period, its transit influence will be particularly prominent. Remember, the effects of these transits vary for each person. Let's explore how they may affect you based on your zodiac sign and the houses they transit. For Aries, January 2025 brings a transformative phase as the astrological alignments set the tone for significant shifts across various life domains. With Mars, your ruling planet, retrograding in Cancer and then transitioning into Gemini, coupled with the influences of Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, and the Sun, this month will demand introspection, adaptability, and strategic action. The professional landscape is dynamic for Aries this month, marked by both challenges and opportunities. Mars retrograde motion in Cancer, your fourth house, until January 21st, could heighten emotional stress at the workplace, making it essential to manage conflicts diplomatically. Balancing home responsibilities and professional demands might feel overwhelming during this period. However, after January 21st, Mars transition into Gemini, your third house, amplifies your communication skills and brings focus to networking and short-term projects. This shift encourages collaborative efforts and creative problem-solving, although you must avoid being overly assertive or impulsive in discussions. The Sun's transit in Sagittarius until January 14th, in your ninth house of higher learning, indicates opportunities linked to education, travel, or expanding your professional horizon. Post-January 14th, as the Sun moves into Capricorn, your 10th house, your career ambitions take focus. This placement highlights leadership roles and recognition, giving you the chance to showcase your capabilities effectively. Mercury's movement from Scorpio to Sagittarius on January 4th, and later into Capricorn on January 24th, aligns with strategic thinking and enhanced communication, further supporting your career growth. Harnessing these energies with patience and clarity will lead to long-term success. Financially, January necessitates a disciplined and cautious approach. Jupiter retrograding in Taurus, your second house of income and savings, advises revisiting your financial strategies and reassessing past investments. Delays in financial gains or unexpected expenses might test your patience, but Saturn's placement in Aquarius, your 11th house of gains, emphasizes the importance of focusing on long-term financial goals over immediate profits. Collaborative ventures may yield stable results in the future, even if progress appears slow now. Mars retrograde in Cancer also warns against impulsive expenditures on property or home-related matters, while Venus transit into Pisces on January 28th, forming a conjunction with Rahu in your 12th house, highlights potential overspending on luxuries or emotional comforts. Staying grounded and mindful of your financial decisions will be key. In the area of love and relationships, January presents a mixed bag of emotions and challenges. Mars retrograde in Cancer may stir emotional turbulence in relationships, leading to misunderstandings or arguments. It is essential to practice patience and foster open communication to navigate this phase. After January 21st, as Mars moves into Gemini, your interactions with your partner may become more dynamic and engaging, but the retrograde motion might still bring tension if conversations are not handled thoughtfully. Venus' presence in Aquarius at the start of the month promotes social connections and opportunities to meet new people, especially through mutual friends or gatherings. For singles, this could be a time of meaningful encounters. However, Venus' shift into Pisces later in the month could bring a sense of confusion or secrecy in romantic matters, urging you to maintain transparency and honesty. Family dynamics are likely to experience strain due to Mars retrograde motion in your fourth house. Emotional clashes or unresolved issues might resurface, requiring you to address them with care and understanding. The transition of Mars into Gemini on January 21st shifts the focus to siblings and close relatives, where minor misunderstandings could arise. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus underscores the importance of reconnecting with family traditions and addressing financial matters linked to the household. Saturn in Aquarius encourages strengthening meaningful relationships within your social circle while moving away from superficial connections. Balancing your personal and professional life will help alleviate familial tensions. Health and well-being demand focused attention this month. Mars retrograde in Cancer could bring emotional stress and physical discomfort, particularly related to digestive or chest-related issues. Prioritizing emotional balance and self-care routines will be vital during this period. After January 21st, as Mars shifts into Gemini, mental stress might increase, making it important to engage in activities that promote relaxation and mental clarity. Saturn in Aquarius emphasizes the need for a disciplined approach to health, advocating for consistent exercise, proper nutrition, and sufficient rest. Venus entry into Pisces on January 28 may draw you towards spiritual or holistic healing practices, but Rahu's presence warns against indulging in unhealthy habits or escapism. Maintaining a balanced lifestyle will be essential for overall vitality. January 2025 also highlights the significance of introspection and recalibration for Aries individuals. With Mars and Jupiter both retrograding, this is a time to reassess your actions, goals, and relationships. Scorpio's influence in your chart, receiving aspects from Saturn, Rahu, and Jupiter, points to transformative experiences in the areas of intimate relations, extended families, joint finances, and sudden events. This energy encourages you to embrace change, let go of past patterns, and move forward with renewed clarity. Overall, Aries individuals must navigate January 2025 with patience, adaptability, and a clear focus on long-term goals. The transits offer opportunities for growth and transformation, but they also demand careful planning and mindful actions. Professionally, leveraging your communication skills and maintaining composure will lead to positive outcomes. Financially, disciplined budgeting and strategic investments will help you navigate the retrograde challenges. In relationships, fostering understanding and transparency will strengthen bonds, while prioritizing health and well-being will ensure physical and emotional resilience. By embracing the lessons of this transformative month, you can emerge stronger and more aligned with your aspirations. For Taurus, January 2025 marks a period of transformation and growth driven by crucial planetary movements. With your ruling planet Venus making notable transitions, alongside Jupiter retrograding in your sign, the first house, and Saturn firmly stationed in Aquarius, your 10th house of career and public image, you'll be navigating a month rich with challenges and opportunities. The dynamic interplay of Rahu in Pisces, your 11th house of gains and aspirations, and Ketu in Virgo, your 5th house of creativity and romance, further deepens the complexity of this month. Every aspect of your life, from career and finances to love, family, and health, will require thoughtful attention and balanced effort. In your professional sphere, Saturn's transit through Aquarius places focuses on responsibility, structure, and discipline within your career. This influence may bring increased workloads or delays in achieving recognition for your efforts, but it also sets the stage for long-term stability. Saturn's energy demands perseverance, and consistent effort will eventually lead to tangible rewards. The retrograde of Jupiter in your sign encourages introspection about your career trajectory. You may find yourself reevaluating past goals, refining your strategies, or feeling an urge to align your professional life more closely with your personal values and ambitions. Mercury's movement through Sagittarius, your 8th house, from January 4th, followed by its transit into Capricorn, your 9th house, on January 24th, underscores the importance of communication with influential figures. Engaging with mentors, authority figures, or those who can offer valuable guidance will be crucial. The Sun's transit into Capricorn on January 14th enhances opportunities in higher education, international ventures, and skill development. These areas will gain momentum, especially if you are involved in academia, legal matters, or publishing. Meanwhile, Venus entry into Pisces on January 28th brings an emphasis on professional networking and collaboration, though Rahu's influence warns against overreaching or falling for overly ambitious promises. Your financial landscape in January calls for caution and strategic planning. Jupiter's retrograde motion in Taurus signals a potential slowdown in financial growth or delays in expected gains. This period is ideal for reassessing your financial strategies and focusing on long-term stability rather than short-term gratification. Saturn's position in Aquarius links your financial success to your career efforts, emphasizing the importance of disciplined work and prudent planning. However, Mars retrograde in Cancer, your 3rd house of communication, until January 21st advises caution in financial dealings involving siblings or short-term projects. After January 21st, as Mars moves into Gemini, your 2nd house of wealth, you'll need to exercise greater control over impulsive spending and prepare for unexpected expenses. Venus transit into Pisces at the month's end may introduce financial opportunities through social connections, but Rahu's presence requires due diligence to avoid potential pitfalls. In matters of love and relationships, January may bring emotional highs and introspective moments. The presence of Ketu in Virgo suggests a sense of detachment or confusion in romantic relationships. Misunderstandings might arise, necessitating open and honest communication. Mars retrograde in Cancer can make you more assertive or defensive in conversations with your partner, potentially leading to conflicts. When Mars shifts into Gemini on January 21st, your attention may turn towards family-related matters or discussions about shared resources, which could impact your romantic dynamics. For married couples, Saturn's influence in the 10th house could manifest as increased responsibilities that reduce opportunities for emotional bonding. However, navigating these challenges as a team can strengthen your relationship. Venus transit into Pisces on January 28th introduces a period of potential romantic fulfillment, especially for singles. However, Rahu's influence suggests the need to temper expectations and avoid illusions in matters of the heart. Family life in January requires patience and careful handling of interpersonal dynamics. Mars retrograde in Cancer may stir up tensions with siblings or close relatives, making it essential to avoid unnecessary confrontations. After January 21st, as Mars moves into Gemini, family discussions around finances or shared responsibilities could take focus. Open communication will be key to maintaining harmony and preventing misunderstandings. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus may also lead to moments of introspection and a desire to withdraw from social interactions, but balancing personal space with family commitments will be vital. Saturn's position in Aquarius might bring added pressure related to elder family members or long-term familial responsibilities. Focusing on mutual understanding and cooperation can help ease these challenges. Your health and well-being deserve special attention this month. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus can incline you towards overindulgence or laziness, potentially affecting your physical fitness. Mars retrograde in Cancer signals stress-related health concerns, particularly in areas like the shoulders, arms, or respiratory system. After January 21st, as Mars transitions into Gemini, throat-related issues or dietary imbalances may arise. Saturn's influence in Aquarius might lead to fatigue or a lack of motivation, emphasizing the importance of a regular health routine, balanced nutrition, and sufficient rest. The uplifting energy of Venus in Pisces at the end of the month can boost your emotional well-being, but it's essential to avoid overindulgence in unhealthy habits. Prioritizing physical activity, mindfulness, and self-care will help you maintain balance throughout the month. Overall, January 2025 serves as a month of introspection, discipline, and gradual progress for Taurus. The retrograde of Jupiter in your sign invites you to reassess your goals and align your efforts with your core values. Saturn's steadying influence in your career house underscores the importance of perseverance and structured planning, while Venus transitions highlight opportunities for growth in both professional and personal areas. Navigating the complexities of Rahu and Ketu's placements will require mindfulness and a willingness to embrace introspection. By maintaining a balanced approach to career, finances, relationships, and health, you can make the most of this transformative month. For Gemini, January 2025 presents a month of transitions and growth, the zodiac sign ruled by Mercury. With dynamic planetary movements influencing various aspects of your life, this period will emphasize reflection, recalibration, and transformation. The interplay of planets will shape experiences in your career, finances, relationships, family, and health. Understanding and aligning with these energies will help you navigate challenges and leverage opportunities effectively. In your career, January begins with a focus on partnerships and collaborations. The Sun's transit through Sagittarius until January 14th emphasizes joint ventures and professional alliances. This is an ideal time to reassess ongoing projects and ensure mutual clarity in business dealings. After January 14th, as the Sun enters Capricorn, your attention shifts to deeper, transformative aspects of your work. Matters involving shared resources, inheritance, or joint financial ventures may come to the forefront. Mercury's transit through Sagittarius from January 4th supports clear communication and strategic planning. Its move into Capricorn on January 24th encourages detailed analysis and a methodical approach to your professional goals. Mars retrograding in Cancer until January 21st may create stress in your financial dealings related to your career. Challenges with resource management or disagreements over financial matters could arise. However, when Mars re-enters Gemini on January 21st, your energy will be directed towards self-assertion and taking initiative in your work. Despite this renewed vigor, Mars retrograde motion warns against impulsive decisions or aggressive communication. Venus transition into Pisces on January 28th enhances your professional charm, increasing your visibility and facilitating smoother interactions with colleagues and superiors. By the end of the month, you may find that your efforts are recognized and rewarded, bringing a sense of accomplishment. Financially, the month requires careful planning and discipline. Mars retrograde in Cancer, your second house of income and savings, until January 21st indicates potential financial strain. Unforeseen expenses or mismanagement of resources could disrupt your plans, necessitating a conservative approach to spending. After January 21st, as Mars shifts into Gemini, you may feel more confident about managing your finances. However, the retrograde effect continues to caution against impulsive purchases or risky investments. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus, your 12th house of expenses, underscores the need for prudent financial management. This planetary influence suggests heightened expenditures, possibly related to health, travel, or spiritual pursuits. Saturn in Aquarius, your 9th house of higher learning and travel, offers stability, encouraging long-term financial planning and investments in education or legal matters. The arrival of Venus in Pisces on January 28 may bring financial gains through professional efforts, but the simultaneous influence of Rahu warns against overly ambitious expectations. Maintaining a balanced and realistic approach will be key to navigating this period. In matters of love and marriage, January brings a mix of passion, introspection, and challenges. From January 4th, Mercury's presence in Sagittarius, your 7th house of partnerships, fosters open communication and trust building with your partner. This is an excellent time to address unresolved issues and deepen your bond. After January 24th, as Mercury moves into Capricorn, your 8th house of transformation, you may seek more profound emotional connections. However, the logical nature of Mercury may occasionally clash with the depth of emotional intimacy required during this period. Mars retrograding in Cancer, your 2nd house, could lead to disagreements about finances or values within your relationships. After January 21st, when Mars re-enters Gemini, your assertive nature may become more pronounced, potentially causing misunderstandings. For singles, Venus' transition into Pisces on January 28th opens opportunities to meet someone significant through professional or public engagements. However, Ketu's influence in Virgo, your 4th house of emotional security, may create moments of emotional withdrawal or misunderstandings with loved ones. Practicing patience and maintaining clear communication will help you navigate these emotional complexities. Family dynamics this month require tact and empathy. Mars retrograde in Cancer highlights potential conflicts related to finances or family values. Harsh words or impulsive actions could lead to lasting misunderstandings, so careful communication is essential. As Mars shifts into Gemini on January 21st, balancing personal ambitions with family responsibilities becomes crucial. Ketu's presence in Virgo may bring unresolved family issues to the surface, necessitating a calm and compassionate approach. Saturn in Aquarius emphasizes your relationship with elders and mentors within the family. This is a favorable time to seek their guidance and wisdom, which can provide stability and perspective. Spending quality time with loved ones and addressing any lingering emotional issues will strengthen familial bonds. Prioritizing harmony and understanding will help you navigate this period successfully. Health remains a significant focus this month. Mars retrograde in Cancer until January 21st, and its subsequent transit into Gemini may lead to physical exhaustion, stress, or irritability. Attention to throat, neck, and digestive health is especially important during this time. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus could contribute to sleep disturbances or anxiety, making it essential to maintain a balanced routine. Saturn's placement in Aquarius supports a disciplined approach to health, encouraging practices such as yoga, meditation, or outdoor activities to alleviate stress. When Venus enters Pisces on January 28th, creative pursuits or social engagements may offer emotional relief and enhance overall well-being. Prioritizing rest, managing stress effectively, and maintaining a nutritious diet will ensure sustained energy and resilience. Overall, January 2025 serves as a transformative period for Gemini, filled with opportunities for growth and introspection. The retrograde motion of Mars and Jupiter highlights the importance of patience and thoughtful decision-making in all areas of life. By embracing Saturn's discipline and Venus' creative energy, you can navigate challenges and emerge stronger. Balancing assertiveness with diplomacy, managing finances wisely, and nurturing relationships will pave the way for personal and professional success. Through careful planning and mindful actions, you can make the most of this dynamic and eventful month. For Cancer, January 2025 ushers in a transformative phase, blending challenges and opportunities across multiple areas of life. Mars, retrograding in your sign during the first half of the month, amplifies your personal energy and intensity. This period demands careful handling of emotions and actions to avoid conflicts or impulsive decisions. As Mars shifts into Gemini on January 21st, your focus transitions to introspection and behind-the-scenes efforts, creating an ideal time for strategic planning and reflection. The Sun and Mercury's movement through Sagittarius and Capricorn emphasizes the importance of work, health, and relationships. These planetary alignments direct your attention to professional collaborations, personal partnerships, and daily routines. Meanwhile, Venus brings opportunities for emotional and creative connections as it travels through Aquarius and Pisces. Jupiter, retrograde in Taurus, encourages you to reassess your social networks and long-term aspirations. At the same time, Saturn in Aquarius challenges you to confront transformative changes in shared resources and intimate relationships. This month is ripe with potential, provided you remain grounded and adaptable in the face of shifting energies. Professionally, this is a month of significant activity and growth. The Sun and Mercury's transit highlight the importance of teamwork, communication, and organizational skills in achieving your goals. The 6th house activation urges you to focus on refining your work habits and addressing workplace dynamics, while the 7th house transit emphasizes partnerships and collaboration. Saturn's position in Aquarius, linked to your 8th house, underscores the need for long-term planning in financial and professional matters. This period may involve restructuring joint ventures, managing debts, or navigating organizational changes. With Mars retrograding in your sign early in the month, there's heightened ambition, but it must be channeled constructively to avoid workplace tensions. After January 21st, when Mars moves into Gemini, your attention shifts to preparatory activities and strategic initiatives, laying the groundwork for future opportunities. Financially, the month brings a mix of caution and opportunity. Jupiter retrograde in your 11th house prompts a reassessment of income streams, investments, and financial aspirations. This is a favorable time to identify areas of growth and streamline financial goals. However, impulsive decisions should be avoided, particularly as Mars transitions into your 12th house, potentially bringing unexpected expenses related to travel, health, or personal projects. Saturn's presence in the 8th house emphasizes the importance of shared resources, inheritances, and long-term financial stability. Transparency and careful planning are essential when dealing with financial matters involving others. Venus transit through Pisces later in the month may open doors to financial gains through international connections, higher education, or creative pursuits, making this a promising time for thoughtful financial strategies. Relationships are a key focus in January, with the Sun and Mercury's transit through your 7th house shining a light on partnerships and collaborations. Whether in personal or professional relationships, this period emphasizes open communication, mutual understanding, and shared goals. Venus movement through Aquarius and Pisces enhances intimacy and emotional depth, offering singles opportunities to meet someone special through travel, education, or spiritual activities. However, Venus conjunction with Rahu later in the month could create an idealistic or confusing atmosphere in romantic matters. It is important to approach new connections with a discerning eye, ensuring they align with your long-term aspirations. Married Cancer individuals may experience heightened emotional sensitivity early in the month due to Mars retrograding in the 1st house. This intensity can lead to conflicts if not managed with patience and empathy. Finding common ground and engaging in shared activities can help strengthen the bond. As Mars moves into Gemini, the focus may shift to introspection, allowing both partners to reflect on shared goals and individual needs. This is a time to nurture understanding and prioritize emotional connection. Family and social dynamics take on a transformative tone in January. Jupiter retrograde in your 11th house encourages a reevaluation of your role within social and familial networks. Strengthening bonds with family members and engaging in community activities can provide a sense of belonging and support. Saturn's influence in the 8th house may bring changes in shared responsibilities or inheritance matters, requiring clear communication and a collaborative approach. Venus transit through Pisces enhances your ability to connect with others on a meaningful level, particularly through shared interests or spiritual pursuits. Friendships formed during this time may offer valuable insights and emotional inspiration. Health is an area requiring attention this month, especially during Mars retrograde in your sign. Physical and emotional exhaustion can arise if you overexert yourself or neglect self-care. Prioritize a balanced routine, including adequate rest, nutritious meals, and stress-relieving practices such as yoga or meditation. The Sun's transit through your 6th and 7th houses emphasizes the importance of addressing health concerns and maintaining fitness levels. Saturn in the 8th house may bring awareness to chronic conditions or the need for long-term health strategies. After Mars transitions into Gemini, mental health becomes a priority, with an emphasis on calming activities and introspection to achieve emotional equilibrium. The transformative energies of January 2025 offer Cancer individuals a unique opportunity for growth and alignment with personal goals. Early in the month, Mars retrograde in your sign requires disciplined energy management to avoid unnecessary conflicts and achieve meaningful progress. As Mars moves into Gemini, the introspective focus invites strategic planning and preparation for future endeavors. Professionally, collaboration and effective communication pave the way for success, while financial stability is achieved through thoughtful planning and reevaluation of goals. Relationships thrive on open dialogue and mutual understanding, and family dynamics can benefit from strengthened connections and transparency. This month's challenges, particularly in health and financial matters, offer valuable lessons in balance and adaptability. By embracing the opportunities for introspection and transformation, Cancer individuals can navigate January 2025 with resilience and purpose, laying a strong foundation for the year ahead. For Leo, January 2025 offers a dynamic and transformative period with various planetary transits influencing key areas of life, including career, relationships, finances, and health. The interplay of retrogrades, conjunctions, and transits shapes the month with opportunities for growth, challenges requiring patience, and an overarching theme of recalibration and balance. Governed by the Sun, Leo individuals will find themselves navigating significant shifts that demand focus and adaptability. The Sun's transit through Sagittarius and Capricorn underscores a dual focus on creativity and discipline. Early in the month, as the Sun moves through Sagittarius, Leo individuals experience heightened creativity and joy in their personal and professional endeavors. This placement in the 5th house also favors nurturing hobbies, engaging with children, and pursuing activities that ignite passion. By mid-month, the Sun's transition into Capricorn signals a shift towards practical concerns, emphasizing work ethics, health, and daily responsibilities. This period urges Leo individuals to streamline their routines, manage their time effectively, and tackle workplace challenges with confidence. Jupiter retrograde in Taurus, situated in the 10th house, invites Leo individuals to reassess their professional trajectory and long-term ambitions. This retrograde phase is ideal for reflecting on past decisions, refining career goals, and cultivating patience. Jupiter's aspect on Virgo, Scorpio, and Capricorn further enhances its transformative impact, encouraging Leo individuals to adopt a strategic approach toward growth. However, with Saturn in Aquarius casting its gaze on the 4th house of home and family, balancing professional aspirations with domestic responsibilities becomes crucial. Saturn's influence in the 7th house also highlights partnerships and collaborations, making January a pivotal month for establishing or re-evaluating professional alliances. Financially, the month calls for prudent planning and a clear-eyed approach to investments. Mars retrograde in Cancer through the 12th house until January 21st brings potential for unplanned expenses related to healthcare, travel, or personal projects. Leo individuals are advised to maintain financial discipline and avoid impulsive expenditures. Once Mars retrogrades into Gemini on January 21st, the 11th house comes into focus, bringing opportunities for financial gains through social networks, collaborations, or group ventures. Venus' journey through Aquarius and Pisces adds a layer of complexity to financial dealings. While Venus in Aquarius enhances prospects through partnerships, its conjunction with Rahu in Pisces later in the month may create confusion or idealism in shared resources. This transit requires careful scrutiny of agreements to avoid misunderstandings. In relationships, Saturn's transit through the 7th house emphasizes commitment and stability, particularly for married Leo individuals. This placement demands patience and a focus on mutual growth, while Venus' transit through Aquarius enhances charm and magnetism, making it an opportune time for singles to explore meaningful connections. As Venus moves into Pisces and forms a conjunction with Rahu, emotions may deepen, but clarity becomes essential in new or evolving relationships. Mars retrograde in Cancer during the early part of the month may stir unresolved feelings or emotional intensity in partnerships, but its shift to Gemini later fosters vibrant social interactions, potentially influencing romantic dynamics. Family life presents a mix of challenges and growth opportunities. Saturn's aspect on the 4th house suggests potential tensions in home matters, possibly involving responsibilities or property-related concerns. Open communication and a willingness to compromise can help navigate these challenges effectively. The Sun's presence in the 5th house during the first half of the month brings joyful moments with children or creative projects, while its move into the 6th house later emphasizes supporting family members, particularly the elderly, in practical ways. Venus' transit through Aquarius and Pisces encourages meaningful connections within social circles, providing opportunities for bonding and mutual support. Health emerges as a critical area of focus for Leo individuals in January 2025. The Sun's transit through Capricorn highlights the importance of discipline in physical and mental well-being. This is an ideal time to adopt healthier routines, address lingering health concerns, and strengthen immunity. Mars retrograde in Cancer through the 12th house may lead to fatigue, stress, or sleep disturbances, urging Leo individuals to prioritize rest and self-care. As Mars enters Gemini, energy levels improve, supporting physical activities and social engagements. Saturn's influence in the 7th house underscores the need to manage stress effectively, as unresolved tensions in relationships could impact overall health. Practices such as meditation or yoga can help maintain emotional equilibrium. January also holds significant astrological events impacting Leo's interpersonal dynamics and internal growth. Mercury's movement through Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn facilitates enhanced communication and clarity, especially in resolving misunderstandings or negotiating agreements. The conjunction of Mercury and the Sun in Sagittarius and Capricorn emphasizes clear thinking, making this an excellent time for strategic planning and decision-making. Meanwhile, Saturn, Rahu, and Jupiter's aspects on Scorpio spotlight transformative experiences in the area of home, early education, and maternal figures. This triple aspect invites introspection and prompts Leo individuals to confront deep-seated patterns or unresolved issues, paving the way for lasting growth. The retrogrades of both Mars and Jupiter during January amplify the need for reflection and recalibration. Mars retrograde, particularly, calls attention to emotional and psychological aspects, especially while transiting the 12th house of introspection. This period may bring buried emotions to the surface, encouraging healing and closure. Similarly, Jupiter retrograde in the 10th house offers an opportunity to fine-tune long-term goals, ensuring that professional pursuits align with personal values and aspirations. These retrogrades demand patience and a willingness to embrace change, as they set the stage for transformative growth. Venus conjunction with Saturn in Aquarius on January 19th, followed by its conjunction with Rahu in Pisces, represents a dynamic interplay between practicality and idealism. These transits offer opportunities to strengthen relationships and financial stability, but also caution against over-romanticizing situations or making impulsive commitments. For Leo individuals, this period highlights the importance of balancing emotional depth with realistic expectations. Overall, January 2025 presents a transformative and multifaceted month for Leo individuals. The interplay of planetary transits, retrogrades, and aspects creates a landscape ripe with opportunities for growth, self-discovery, and realignment. By embracing discipline, fostering open communication, and maintaining emotional balance, Leo individuals can navigate the challenges and harness the potential of this impactful month. As you progress through January, let patience and adaptability be your guiding principles, setting the stage for a fulfilling and successful year ahead. For Virgo, January 2025 ushers in a contemplative and transformative phase. Governed by Mercury, your natural inclination for detail and introspection is amplified by planetary transits this month. The focus spans communication, creativity, career, health, and relationships, offering a harmonious yet introspective period that requires balance and adaptability. The retrograde motion of Jupiter in Taurus emphasizes a reevaluation of life goals and philosophies, while Mars retrograde in Cancer highlights challenges in aspirations and group activities. With Venus traversing Aquarius and Pisces, emotional connections deepen, bringing both clarity and potential confusion. Saturn in Aquarius, steady and disciplined, underscores the importance of structure and routine, especially in health and professional responsibilities. The month begins with Mercury in Scorpio, accentuating intellectual pursuits, resourceful communication, and assertive decision-making. As Mercury moves into Sagittarius and Capricorn, your focus shifts from domestic matters to creativity and problem-solving. These transits encourage reflection on family dynamics, followed by an invigorated push in personal projects and professional pursuits. The Sun's journey from Sagittarius to Capricorn illuminates your 4th and 5th houses, encouraging introspection and emphasizing growth in family relationships and personal expressions. In career matters, January presents a nuanced landscape for Virgos. Jupiter retrograde in Taurus activates your 9th house, urging you to reassess higher learning opportunities and career trajectories. This is a favorable time for professional development, be it through acquiring new skills or reflecting on the alignment of your current path with personal values. Mars retrograde in Cancer, influencing your 11th house during the first part of the month, signals delays in collaborative projects and group activities. These setbacks may require patience and strategic adjustments to navigate effectively. As Mars enters Gemini on January 21st, your attention shifts to the 10th house, which governs career and public image. This transit brings opportunities to assert yourself in leadership roles and make decisive progress in ongoing projects. Saturn in Aquarius, stationed in your 6th house, underscores the importance of daily discipline and efficiency. It challenges you to focus on structured communication and thoughtful decision-making, particularly in work environments. Financially, January calls for prudence and long-term planning. Jupiter retrograde in Taurus supports revisiting investment strategies and reassessing financial goals tied to education, travel, or international dealings. Avoid impulsive or high-risk financial ventures during this period. Mars retrograde in Cancer initially slows gains from group ventures and collaborative financial endeavors. However, after Mars transitions into Gemini, career-driven income prospects improve, provided decisions are made with careful consideration. Venus, moving from Aquarius to Pisces, highlights the potential for gains through partnerships and shared resources. Yet, Venus conjunction with Rahu in Pisces later in the month can create an illusion of abundance or lead to over-idealistic financial expectations. Clarity and due diligence are essential before entering agreements involving shared assets. Relationships take a central role this month, offering both depth and challenges. Venus transit through Aquarius emphasizes harmony and balance in daily interactions, while its shift into Pisces on January 28 intensifies emotional connections, particularly in romantic and marital relationships. Singles may find themselves drawn to magnetic and spiritually inclined individuals, but Venus conjunction with Rahu in Pisces cautions against forming unrealistic expectations in budding relationships. Patience and self-awareness are key to fostering meaningful connections. Early in the month, Mars retrograde in Cancer may stir tension within friendships or group dynamics, indirectly affecting romantic relationships. Once Mars moves into Gemini, a renewed focus on balancing career and personal life supports the development of long-term partnerships. Family and social dynamics for Virgo individuals carry a mix of introspection and activity. Mercury's transit through Sagittarius, the fourth house of home, emphasizes the need for open communication and resolution of lingering domestic issues. This is a good time to cultivate a harmonious home environment and strengthen familial bonds. Saturn in Aquarius, aspecting the third house of siblings and immediate surroundings, brings responsibilities related to supporting family members or managing neighborhood concerns. These influences demand focus and thoughtful handling of close relationships. Socially, Mars retrograde in Cancer early in the month may bring delays or misunderstandings in group activities. However, after Mars transitions to Gemini, social interactions, particularly with colleagues and peers, improve, fostering collaborative success. Health is an area where Virgos must exercise vigilance in January. Saturn in Aquarius, stationed in your sixth house, emphasizes the need for structured routines and addressing long-standing health concerns. Mars retrograde in Cancer during the first part of the month could result in physical and emotional fatigue, necessitating rest and balanced self-care practices. Incorporating calming activities such as meditation or yoga can help manage stress effectively. After January 21st, when Mars enters Gemini, your energy levels may improve, allowing for greater focus on fitness and overall well-being. The Sun's transit into Capricorn after January 14th supports vitality and encourages creative outlets to boost mental clarity. Creativity and personal growth receive a boost from the Sun and Mercury's movement into your fifth house. This period is ideal for exploring artistic projects, engaging in hobbies, or developing innovative solutions in professional settings. The alignment of these energies enhances your ability to think outside the box and bring fresh perspectives to challenges. Venus' journey through Pisces complements these influences by fostering emotional depth and an intuitive connection to your creative endeavors. Overall, January 2025 is a month of reflection, recalibration, and steady progress for Virgo individuals. The planetary movements encourage you to reassess your goals, refine your strategies, and focus on building a strong foundation for the year ahead. Challenges, particularly in health, financial management, and group dynamics, require patience and a disciplined approach. At the same time, opportunities for growth in career, relationships, and personal creativity abound. Embrace the transformative energies of the month with adaptability and self-awareness, ensuring that every step forward aligns with your long-term aspirations. As a Libra, January 2025 is poised to be a transformative month filled with challenges and opportunities influenced by the planetary alignments. Ruled by Venus, the planet of love, harmony, and aesthetics, your natural charm and diplomacy will be crucial tools to navigate the intense energies shaping your career, finances, relationships, and personal growth. With several retrogrades, significant conjunctions, and planetary aspects impacting key areas of your life, this month is one for introspection, planning, and laying a solid foundation for future successes. In your career and professional life, Saturn transiting Aquarius in your fifth house emphasizes steady progress through discipline and hard work. This placement may bring responsibilities related to creative or speculative ventures, demanding patience and a methodical approach. Saturn's aspect on your seventh house, Aries, and 11th house, Leo, and Mars retrograding through 10th house Cancer highlights collaborations and career achievements, though delays might test your resolve. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus, 8th house of shared resources and transformations, further influences your career through its aspects on Virgo, 12th house of endings and solitude, Scorpio, 2nd house of finances, and Capricorn, 4th house of stability. These energies suggest gains from partnerships, inheritances, or long-term investments, though Jupiter's retrograde may slow their fruition. Mars retrograding in Cancer, your 10th house, and re-entering Gemini, 9th house of higher learning and travel, on January 21st may rekindle old projects or career aspirations. Legal matters or educational pursuits might resurface, requiring careful consideration. With Mercury moving from Sagittarius, 3rd house of communication, to Capricorn, 4th house of home and stability, by January 24th, opportunities for remote work, family business discussions, or real estate dealings could arise. The Sun's transition into Capricorn on January 14th further emphasizes home-related responsibilities, pushing you to find a balance between professional ambitions and personal commitments. Financially, January 2025 is a mixed bag, requiring strategic planning and cautious spending. Jupiter's retrograde in your 8th house signals potential gains from shared assets, partnerships, or investments, but delays are likely. Saturn's aspect on your 2nd house, Scorpio, urges disciplined financial habits, particularly as mid-month conjunctions between Mercury and the Sun in Capricorn might spark family-related expenditures or property investments. Mars' retrograde motion could also bring unexpected expenses, particularly those tied to travel, education, or professional growth. Venus, your ruling planet, plays a pivotal role in your financial landscape this month, transiting Aquarius, 5th house, and forming a deep conjunction with Saturn on January 19th. Venus underscores the importance of cautious investments and measured risks in creative or speculative ventures. When Venus moves into Pisces, 6th house, on January 28th and conjoins Rahu, sudden expenses related to health, workplace dynamics, or colleagues might emerge. This is a time to focus on clearing debts and building financial security rather than chasing high-risk opportunities. In the area of love and relationships, Venus' journey from Aquarius to Pisces brings dynamic shifts. While Venus in Aquarius fosters romantic connections and creative expressions in love, its conjunction with Saturn mid-month may introduce moments of seriousness or even tests in your relationships. For married Libra individuals, Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus, 8th house of intimacy, might bring unresolved emotional matters to the surface. Honest communication and mutual understanding will be essential to overcome these challenges. Mars' retrograde motion could create emotional distance or misunderstandings with your partner, particularly if professional demands pull you away. However, the latter part of the month, with Venus entering Pisces and conjoining Rahu, might surprise you with unexpected romantic encounters or heightened passion in existing relationships. Patience and open communication will be your allies in navigating these fluctuating energies. The family and home front will command your attention, especially as the Sun transitions from Sagittarius, 3rd house, to Capricorn, 4th house. This shift highlights responsibilities tied to family dynamics, property matters, or elder care. Jupiter's aspect on Capricorn, 4th house, and Scorpio, 2nd house, brings a supportive yet slow-moving energy, favoring long-term stability in family finances or ancestral property matters. Nonetheless, disputes or delays might arise due to Jupiter's retrograde motion. Mars retrograde could stir occasional disagreements or tension within the family, particularly concerning traditional values or your career path. The key to maintaining harmony lies in fostering open dialogue and prioritizing mutual respect. Friends, meanwhile, may offer emotional support during challenging times, but maintaining healthy boundaries will be essential. Health and well-being are areas that require proactive care this month. Mars retrograding in Cancer and later in Gemini could exacerbate stress, fatigue, or minor health concerns. Pay attention to digestive issues and ensure you're not overextending yourself professionally or emotionally. Venus entry into Pisces and its conjunction with Rahu on January 28th may heighten susceptibility to sudden illnesses or allergies, emphasizing the importance of a balanced diet and regular checkups. Mental health might also come into focus as the Sun moves into Capricorn mid-month, potentially triggering feelings of emotional burden or exhaustion. Incorporating mindfulness practices such as meditation, yoga, or time in nature can help you maintain a sense of balance. This is an excellent time to prioritize self-care and establish routines that support your overall well-being. Overall, January 2025 offers Libra individuals opportunities for growth and transformation, though the path may be marked by delays and challenges. With Mars and Jupiter in retrograde, the month calls for introspection and careful planning rather than impulsive action. Venus influence, combined with Saturn's steadying presence, will guide you toward making thoughtful decisions in both personal and professional spheres. Patience, adaptability, and a focus on long-term goals will be your greatest assets this month. Embrace the transformative energies with an open mind and heart, trusting that the work you put in now will yield rewards in due course. While the planetary alignments may test your resilience, they also promise profound growth, making January a pivotal chapter in your journey toward balance and success. For Scorpio natives, January 2025 unfolds as a transformative month, with intense planetary activity influencing every aspect of life. Governed by Mars, the sign thrives on passion, determination, and resilience, qualities that will be tested this month as retrogrades, conjunctions, and significant transits stir both challenges and opportunities. In terms of career and professional life, the planetary alignments suggest a period of hard work and steady progress. Saturn, currently in Aquarius, your 4th house of emotional foundations and home, aspects your sign, 10th aspect, indicating that professional obligations might feel burdensome. You could experience a sense of stagnation or the need to work through restrictive conditions at your workplace. However, Saturn's influence also rewards diligence and discipline, promising long-term gains for consistent efforts. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus, 7th house of partnerships, brings opportunities for collaboration and contractual agreements but demands caution. Retrograde motion often slows progress, making it essential to double-check the details of any partnership or agreement you consider. Mars, your ruling planet, undergoes retrograde motion in Cancer, 9th house of higher learning, travel, and philosophy, before re-entering Gemini, 8th house of transformation and shared resources, on January 21st. This shift may create delays in higher education pursuits, legal matters, or long-distance travel plans. It compels you to reassess joint ventures and financial obligations tied to others, such as debts or taxes. Communication takes focus with Mercury transiting from Sagittarius, 2nd house of wealth, to Capricorn, 3rd house of networking and speech, on January 24th, suggesting an increased focus on negotiation, presentations, and written communication. Staying patient and methodical will serve you well during this reflective period. Financially, January 2025 presents a mixed bag. Jupiter retrograding in your 7th house emphasizes financial collaborations and joint ventures. This influence can bring potential gains through partnerships or shared investments, yet delays or miscommunications might crop up. Saturn's presence in your 4th house, along with its aspect on your sign, underscores the importance of financial discipline. Mars' movement from Cancer to Gemini highlights unexpected expenses tied to family responsibilities, legal matters, or taxes. Ensure all documentation is thorough if dealing with inheritance, loans, or shared property. Mercury's presence in Capricorn later in the month brings opportunities for financial discussions, perhaps related to freelance work, sales, or short-term projects. Venus, transiting from Aquarius, 4th house, to Pisces, 5th house of creativity and speculative ventures, adds a creative flair to your financial prospects. However, Venus' deep conjunction with Saturn on January 19th could curb impulsive spending, while its later union with Rahu in Pisces on January 28th warns against taking unnecessary financial risks. Stability and caution should guide your financial decisions this month. On the love and relationship front, January 2025 will be a month of heightened emotional intensity and introspection. Jupiter in your 7th house highlights partnerships, fostering opportunities for deepening bonds. However, its retrograde phase may bring unresolved issues in romantic or marital relationships to the surface. Misunderstandings or delays in progressing romantic commitments are likely, making clear communication essential. Mars retrograde in Cancer, 9th house, could amplify emotional fluctuations in relationships, potentially stirring disagreements over philosophical differences or future plans. When Mars shifts to Gemini, 8th house, themes of trust, intimacy, and shared emotional resources take precedence. This is an opportune time to address old wounds and work toward building emotional security. Venus transit from Aquarius, 4th house, to Pisces, 5th house, intensifies your romantic prospects. The deep conjunction with Saturn mid-month might bring seriousness or reflectivity to your relationships, encouraging thoughtful actions and decisions. By the end of January, Venus conjunction with Rahu could usher in unexpected romantic encounters or heightened passions, especially for single Scorpios. However, Rahu's influence may also blur clarity, so proceed cautiously in new relationships. Patience and vulnerability will be critical for fostering harmonious connections. The family and home environment will also demand your attention, with Saturn's transit in Aquarius, 4th house, influencing domestic responsibilities. Matters related to property, family dynamics, or ancestral wealth may come to the forefront, requiring time and effort. Jupiter's aspect on Capricorn, 3rd house of siblings and communication, indicates support from close relatives, though delays may temper their assistance. Mid-month, the Sun's movement from Sagittarius, 2nd house, to Capricorn, 3rd house, signals a shift in focus from immediate family to extended relatives or networking. Communication with siblings or extended family members might become more active, offering opportunities to strengthen familial bonds. Venus influence in your 4th house early in the month, and its later transit into Pisces, suggests oscillations in family harmony. The Saturn-Venus conjunction might make domestic relations feel heavy or restrictive around mid-month, but the mood lightens as Venus moves to your 5th house, bringing joy through children, hobbies, or shared creative activities. Approach familial matters with patience and a willingness to listen to differing perspectives. Your health and well-being require conscious attention, especially with Mars retrograding through Cancer and then Gemini. This planetary motion may contribute to stress, anxiety, or digestive concerns. Mars aspect on Capricorn, 3rd house, Aquarius, 4th house, and Libra, 12th house, heightens the need for a balanced lifestyle. Emotional fluctuations, fueled by retrograde Jupiter and Mars, could affect your mental health. Implementing relaxation techniques, such as yoga or mindfulness, will help mitigate stress. Venus transit into Pisces and its conjunction with Rahu could also prompt indulgence in unhealthy habits or trigger sudden health concerns related to overindulgence. Stay mindful of your diet, hydration, and sleep patterns. Saturn's aspect on your sign reinforces the need for a disciplined health regimen to maintain physical and emotional well-being. Focus on preventative care and regular exercise to sustain energy levels throughout the month. Overall, January 2025 is a month of reflection, recalibration, and transformation for Scorpios. With Mars and Jupiter retrograding, the pace of life may slow, demanding patience and a focus on long-term planning. Saturn's steadying influence encourages disciplined efforts, while Venus and Mercury bring opportunities for creativity and communication. While challenges in career, finances, and relationships may arise, these hurdles carry the potential for significant growth and self-awareness. Adaptability, resilience, and a commitment to self-improvement will guide you through this transformative period. For Sagittarius, January 2025 promises to be a transformative month marked by significant planetary alignments that will deeply influence your personal, professional, and emotional spheres. With Jupiter, your ruling planet, continuing its retrograde in Taurus, and a dynamic interplay of other planets, this month will require patience, introspection, and thoughtful decision-making. In your career and professional life, Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus, your 6th house of work and daily routines, takes center stage. This transit calls for a reassessment of your approach to work, efficiency, and health-related routines. While progress in achieving major career milestones might slow down, this period is ideal for refining your processes and eliminating inefficiencies. Use this time to focus on building sustainable habits that will serve you well in the long term. Mars, retrograding in Cancer, 8th house of transformations and shared resources, and moving into Gemini, 7th house of partnerships, on January 21st, signals potential challenges in collaborative endeavors. Professional relationships might face misunderstandings or power struggles, especially when renegotiating old agreements or terms. Exercise diplomacy and patience in your interactions with colleagues, superiors, or business partners. Saturn's placement in Aquarius, 3rd house of communication, emphasizes the importance of clear and concise communication. Any missteps in conveying your ideas could lead to unnecessary delays or complications in professional projects. As the Sun transits from your sign, Sagittarius, 1st house of self, to Capricorn, 2nd house of finances, on January 14th, the focus shifts to financial planning and negotiations tied to your career. Mercury's movement into Capricorn on January 24th reinforces the need to be detail-oriented in discussions about salary adjustments, investments, or freelance opportunities. This is a favorable time to set long-term goals for financial growth linked to your profession. Stay grounded and avoid impulsive decisions that could disrupt your steady progress. When it comes to finance and wealth, January 2025 highlights the importance of prudent financial management. Jupiter retrograde in your 6th house places emphasis on reorganizing your financial obligations, such as loans, debts, or recurring expenses. This is a suitable period to create structured repayment plans or explore ways to reduce liabilities. Be cautious with spending, as Saturn's aspect on Scorpio, 12th house of hidden expenses, warns of unexpected costs, possibly tied to health, travel, or repairs. Keeping an emergency fund ready will help mitigate financial stress. Mars retrograde, moving between your 8th and 7th houses, underscores the need to carefully assess shared resources or joint financial ventures. Delays or disagreements may arise if you're involved in inheritance matters or business partnerships. Venus, transiting Aquarius, 3rd house, and later moving into Pisces, 4th house, on January 28th, indicates expenses related to home improvements, family responsibilities, or creative endeavors. While these expenditures might bring long-term benefits, avoid impulsive purchases or speculative investments that lack a clear strategy. Your love and relationships are under a spotlight this month as planetary energies bring both opportunities and challenges. Jupiter in Taurus, your 6th house, emphasizes the need to address practical matters within your relationships. Whether with a romantic partner or a close friend, unresolved issues related to daily responsibilities or mutual support may come to the forefront. Mars retrograde, transitioning from Cancer to Gemini, could stir emotional turbulence or power struggles within partnerships. Honest communication and a willingness to compromise will be critical to navigating these challenges. Venus, the planet of love, begins the month in Aquarius, third house of communication and short trips, creating opportunities to strengthen bonds through meaningful conversations or shared adventures. However, its conjunction with Saturn on January 19th may bring moments of emotional distance or introspection, urging you to reflect on the deeper dynamics of your relationships. When Venus enters Pisces, fourth house of home and family, and conjoins Rahu on January 28th, expect an influx of intense emotions or even unexpected romantic developments. For single Sagittarians, this could signal the arrival of a new romantic interest, possibly through social events or mutual acquaintances. However, Rahu's influence warns against diving into relationships without clarity or proper understanding of the other person's intentions. On the family and friends front, the Sun's movement into Capricorn on January 14th brings a focus on familial responsibilities and financial discussions. This is a favorable period for strengthening ties with close family members, especially through open dialogue about shared goals or concerns. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus emphasizes maintaining harmony within your domestic environment. Misunderstandings with family members may surface but can be resolved through patience and a collaborative approach. Saturn in Aquarius highlights your relationship with siblings or extended relatives, possibly requiring you to offer support or take on shared responsibilities. Venus transition into Pisces later in the month brings warmth and emotional connection within your family, making it an excellent time for bonding activities. However, Rahu's influence cautions against letting misunderstandings escalate. Be mindful of how you communicate sensitive topics. Your health and well-being are also key areas of focus in January. Jupiter's presence in your sixth house underscores the importance of maintaining balance in your daily routines. If you've been neglecting your physical or mental health, this is a wake-up call to adopt healthier habits. Consider integrating regular exercise, a balanced diet, and mindfulness practices into your schedule to counteract the potential stress brought on by Mars and Saturn. Mars retrograde, particularly its time in Cancer, may cause fatigue, emotional stress, or minor health issues. Saturn's aspect on your 12th house suggests potential sleep disturbances or increased mental strain. It's essential to find time for rest and relaxation to avoid burnout. Toward the end of the month, Venus conjunction with Rahu in Pisces might tempt you to indulge in unhealthy habits or overindulgence in rich foods or alcohol. Stay disciplined and prioritize moderation to maintain your well-being. Overall, January 2025 is a month of introspection, recalibration, and measured action for Sagittarius. With Jupiter and Mars retrograding, patience and strategic planning will be your allies as you navigate professional, financial, and emotional challenges. Saturn's steadying influence encourages disciplined efforts in communication and relationship building, while Venus and Mercury bring opportunities for growth in your personal and professional connections. As you move through the month, remember that delays or obstacles are often opportunities for growth and reflection. Stay adaptable, embrace the transformative energy of the retrogrades, and trust that the lessons you learn now will pave the way for long-term success and fulfillment. For Capricorn, January 2025 is a pivotal month marked by a blend of introspection, strategic planning, and disciplined execution. With your ruling planet Saturn in Aquarius and various other transits influencing your sign, you are set to experience transformative shifts across career, finance, relationships, and health. This month demands clarity and calculated efforts to pave the way for long-term success. Your career and professional life take focus this month, with key planetary movements urging you to reassess your goals and refine your strategies. Mercury begins its transit in Scorpio, 11th house of gains and networking, emphasizing your aspirations and connections, before moving into Sagittarius, 12th house of introspection, on January 4th. This progression signals a period of planning and re-evaluation. By January 24th, when Mercury enters your sign Capricorn, first house, you'll find the confidence to take decisive actions and communicate your ideas effectively. The Sun enters Capricorn on January 14th, highlighting your leadership qualities and increasing your visibility in professional circles. This is a favorable period to assert yourself in the workplace, take charge of critical projects, and showcase your expertise. However, with Jupiter retrograding in Taurus, 5th house of creativity and speculative ventures, bold career moves or high-risk endeavors may not yield immediate results. Exercise caution, especially in areas requiring significant innovation or speculation. Saturn, your ruling planet, casts its 10th aspect on Scorpio, 11th house, which could bring challenges in maintaining alliances and navigating office politics. Choose your professional partnerships carefully and ensure clear communication to avoid misunderstandings. Mars retrograde motion from Cancer, 7th house of partnerships, to Gemini, 6th house of routines, on January 21st may cause delays or friction in collaborative efforts. Approach conflicts with diplomacy, and be prepared to rework existing plans to ensure success. Financially, wealth management and long-term planning are emphasized this month. The Sun's transit into Capricorn on January 14th directs your attention toward income generation, savings, and investment strategies. This is an excellent time to reassess your financial goals and implement structured plans to achieve them. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus, however, advises caution in speculative investments. While the 5th house often brings opportunities for financial gains through creativity or risk-taking, retrograde Jupiter suggests that the returns might be slower than expected. Consulting financial experts before making major decisions will serve you well. Mars' retrograde shift to Gemini, 6th house, could surface old financial obligations or unexpected expenses, possibly tied to health or routine matters. Prepare for these scenarios by maintaining a buffer fund and avoiding unnecessary financial risks. Meanwhile, Venus, transiting Aquarius, 2nd house of wealth and family finances, supports stability and prudent decision-making early in the month. However, its conjunction with Rahu in Pisces, 3rd house of communication and short trips, on January 28th could lead to impulsive expenditures. Stay disciplined and prioritize needs over wants to maintain financial stability. In the area of love and marriage, this month presents both challenges and growth opportunities. Mars retrograde in Cancer, 7th house of partnerships, during the first half of the month could bring emotional tensions or misunderstandings in close relationships. After January 21st, as Mars re-enters Gemini, 6th house, these tensions may shift focus to issues of daily routines and mutual responsibilities. Practicing patience and fostering open communication will be essential to maintaining harmony. Venus, the planet of love and harmony, begins the month in Aquarius, 2nd house, fostering warmth and affection in your interactions with loved ones. Its deep conjunction with Saturn on January 19th might create a temporary sense of emotional distance, urging you to reflect on the deeper dynamics of your relationships. By the time Venus enters Pisces, 3rd house, on January 28th and conjoins Rahu, you may experience intense emotions or even sudden romantic developments. While this transit brings excitement, it may also create confusion or unrealistic expectations. Single Capricorns should remain cautious about rushing into new relationships without fully understanding the intentions of their potential partners. Family dynamics play a significant role this month, particularly with the Sun and Mercury transiting your sign mid-month. Your presence and leadership will be pivotal in resolving disputes or taking charge of shared responsibilities. Saturn's transit in Aquarius, 2nd house of family wealth and values, indicates discussions around financial planning, inheritance, or shared assets. These conversations might feel heavy but are necessary for fostering long-term stability and understanding within the family. Venus movement through Aquarius and Pisces brings moments of warmth and connection with loved ones. Early in the month, you may enjoy harmonious family interactions, but as Venus conjoins Saturn on January 19th, temporary emotional distance or disagreements could arise. By the end of January, Venus transit into Pisces lightens the mood, presenting opportunities for short family trips or gatherings that strengthen bonds. Friends will also play a supportive role this month, though professional obligations may limit your availability for socializing. On the health and well-being front, this month requires you to prioritize self-care and balance. Mars retrograde movement, particularly its time in Gemini, 6th house, could exacerbate stress or bring attention to underlying health issues. Emotional turbulence caused by relationship challenges or work-related pressures might manifest physically if not addressed. Incorporating regular exercise, mindfulness practices, and a balanced diet into your routine will help you maintain both physical and mental well-being. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus, 5th house of creativity and joy, highlights the importance of finding activities that bring you relaxation and happiness. Engaging in hobbies, spending time in nature, or practicing meditation can be particularly beneficial during this period. Saturn's presence in Aquarius, 2nd house, emphasizes the need for disciplined eating habits and routine health checkups. Be cautious about overindulgence, particularly as Venus conjoins Rahu in Pisces later in the month, which could tempt you toward unhealthy habits or excessive indulgences. Overall, January 2025 is a month of introspection, growth, and laying the groundwork for long-term success. Whether it's in your career, finances, relationships, or health, this is not a month for impulsive decisions. Instead, focus on thoughtful actions, clear communication, and strategic planning to make the most of the opportunities and challenges ahead. Patience and adaptability will be your greatest allies as you navigate this transformative period. While the journey may feel slow or arduous at times, the seeds you plant now will bear fruit in the months to come. Trust in your ability to overcome challenges and build a stable, prosperous future. For Aquarius, January 2025 offers a profound period of introspection, growth, and transformation. As your ruling planet Saturn continues its significant transit through your sign, focusing self-awareness, long-term planning, and disciplined action. The astrological dynamics of this month, including retrogrades of Jupiter and Mars, as well as Venus impactful transits, bring a mix of challenges and opportunities across various aspects of your life. Your career and professional life this month demand patience, perseverance, and strategic planning. Saturn's presence in Aquarius amplifies your determination to achieve long-term goals, though progress may feel slower than desired. Saturn's third aspect on Aries, third house of communication, underscores the importance of networking and thoughtful communication in advancing your career. Use this energy to refine your strategies, build meaningful connections, and focus on collaborative projects that align with your values. Mars retrograde motion in Cancer, sixth house of work, until January 21st may introduce workplace challenges, including delays in ongoing projects or tensions with colleagues. Misunderstandings may arise, but maintaining a composed and diplomatic approach will help you navigate these hurdles effectively. After Mars shifts into Gemini, fifth house of creativity and speculative ventures, your creative energy will be reignited. This period is ideal for brainstorming innovative solutions and exploring projects that allow you to showcase your originality. However, as Mars remains retrograde, avoid impulsive decisions, particularly those involving speculative risks. The Sun's entry into Capricorn, 12th house of introspection, on January 14th encourages you to step back and reassess your professional goals. By the time Mercury joins the Sun in Capricorn on January 24th, your clarity will improve, enabling you to make well-informed decisions. This phase is perfect for planning behind the scenes, conducting research, or engaging in activities that set the stage for future success. Financially, January brings both caution and opportunity. Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus, fourth house of home and assets, highlights the need to reevaluate investments, especially those related to property or family wealth. Real estate deals or financial ventures involving family assets might face delays or require closer scrutiny. Take a conservative approach to financial matters this month, avoiding impulsive purchases or high-risk investments. Saturn's influence in Aquarius encourages disciplined spending and a focus on long-term stability. Early in the month, Venus in your sign may tempt you to indulge in luxury or self-care expenses. However, its deep conjunction with Saturn on January 19th will serve as a reality check, reminding you to prioritize your financial responsibilities. By the end of the month, as Venus moves into Pisces, second house of income and family wealth, there's potential for financial gains from creative endeavors or unexpected sources. However, Rahu's presence in Pisces cautions against speculative investments, as they may carry hidden risks or uncertainties. In terms of love and marriage, the astrological energies of January promise both deep emotional connections and moments of introspection. Venus transit through Aquarius, first house, early in the month enhances your charm and magnetism, making you more attractive to potential partners. This is a favorable time to connect with others on a meaningful level and strengthen existing bonds. However, Venus' deep conjunction with Saturn on January 19th may introduce a period of emotional restraint or the need to address unresolved issues in your relationships. For those in committed partnerships, Mars retrograding in Cancer, sixth house, could create friction over day-to-day responsibilities or differing priorities. Open communication and mutual understanding will be key to resolving conflicts. After Mars enters Gemini, fifth house, on January 21st, the dynamic will shift toward a more playful and romantic energy, offering opportunities to rekindle passion and deepen your connection. Single Aquarians may find themselves drawn to someone intriguing later in the month when Venus enters Pisces, second house, on January 28th. However, Rahu's influence in this sector suggests that new romantic connections may come with complexities, such as unclear intentions or hidden aspects. Take your time getting to know potential partners before making any commitments. On the family and social front, Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus, fourth house of home, places an emphasis on addressing family matters. Unresolved issues related to property, shared assets, or emotional dynamics within the household may surface, requiring patience and tactful communication. Saturn's transit through Aquarius might make you more introspective, potentially leading family members to perceive you as distant. Make a conscious effort to engage with loved ones, offering your presence and support where needed. Venus transit into Pisces, second house, at the end of the month brings warmth and harmony to family interactions. This is an excellent time for heartfelt conversations and creating joyful memories with those closest to you. However, with Rahu's influence in Pisces, be cautious of misunderstandings or exaggerated emotions that could disrupt the peace. Your social circle will provide valuable support this month, but Saturn's presence in your sign encourages you to prioritize meaningful and trustworthy connections over superficial interactions. Your health and well-being also require attention in January, particularly as Mars retrogrades in Cancer, 6th house, during the first 3 weeks. This transit could manifest as physical fatigue, digestive issues, or stress stemming from workplace or routine challenges. Listen to your body and avoid overexerting yourself. Incorporating regular exercise, a balanced diet, and mindfulness practices into your routine will help you maintain energy and resilience. When Mars enters Gemini, 5th house, on January 21st, the focus shifts to emotional well-being and creative expression as outlets for stress relief. Engaging in hobbies or activities that bring you joy can significantly enhance your mental health. However, Venus conjunction with Rahu in Pisces, 2nd house, toward the end of the month may tempt you toward indulgent behaviors, such as overeating or unhealthy habits. Moderation is essential to maintaining balance. Overall, January 2025 is a month of recalibration and growth for Aquarius. Saturn's transit through your sign reinforces the themes of discipline, self-reflection, and long-term vision, shaping your approach to all areas of life. While Jupiter and Mars retrogrades encourage caution and reassessment, they also offer opportunities to refine your strategies and build a solid foundation for the future. Focus on clear communication in your career, prudent financial management, and emotional openness in your relationships. Prioritize your health and well-being, and trust that the challenges you encounter this month are stepping stones toward greater stability and fulfillment. With patience, discipline, and a willingness to adapt, you are poised to make meaningful progress and lay the groundwork for lasting success. For Pisces, January 2025 presents a period of transformation and self-discovery. The planetary movements this month, most notably Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus, Saturn's presence in Aquarius, and Venus's eventual entry into Pisces, encourage introspection, caution, and thoughtful decision-making across all areas of life. This is a time to revisit your plans, strengthen relationships, and approach challenges with a measured and balanced mindset. In your career and professional life, this month encourages behind-the-scenes work and introspection. Saturn in Aquarius, positioned in your 12th house of spirituality, isolation, and hidden matters, suggests a focus on projects that may not yet be ready for the spotlight. This is an excellent time to address pending tasks, tie up loose ends, or delve into work that requires solitude or reflection. For some, opportunities involving foreign collaborations or remote work may arise. While progress may feel slow, trust that the disciplined approach Saturn demands will pay off in the long term. Jupiter retrograde in Taurus, affecting your 3rd house of communication and efforts, places emphasis on refining your professional communication skills. Revisiting old connections or renegotiating terms with colleagues or partners can lead to unexpected breakthroughs. However, Jupiter's retrograde may also bring delays or misunderstandings in professional matters. Stay patient and persistent, ensuring clarity in all forms of correspondence. Mars retrograding in Cancer, 5th house, until January 21st might create creative blocks or conflicts in team projects. This could be a frustrating period, particularly if you feel that your innovative ideas are not being recognized. After January 21st, as Mars transitions into Gemini, 4th house of home and stability, you may find your focus shifting towards balancing professional responsibilities with domestic concerns. This transition can bring clarity to workplace dynamics, but may also require you to prioritize home matters. Mercury's transits play a supportive role. Its presence in Sagittarius, 10th house of career and public image, until January 24th enhances your ability to network and articulate your ideas effectively. Post-January 24, when Mercury moves into Capricorn, 11th house of gains and aspirations, collaborations and teamwork will take precedence, offering clarity about your professional objectives and group projects. Financially, January offers mixed outcomes. Jupiter retrograde in Taurus underscores the importance of financial planning and reviewing past financial decisions. Pending payments, dues, or financial agreements might resurface, urging you to resolve them thoughtfully. Saturn in Aquarius, meanwhile, signals the possibility of unexpected expenses related to health, travel, or hidden obligations. It's crucial to avoid unnecessary indulgences and keep an eye on your spending habits. Mars retrograde in Cancer warns against speculative investments or impulsive financial choices, as they may not yield the returns you anticipate. This is not the best time for high-risk ventures. However, Venus's entry into Pisces on January 28 introduces a more favorable period for financial opportunities. Creative or artistic pursuits could bring monetary gains, but Rahu's conjunction with Venus in Pisces cautions against overly ambitious schemes or financial scams. It's essential to remain grounded and carefully evaluate opportunities before committing. In terms of love and marriage, January brings emotional highs and challenges. Mars retrograding in Cancer until January 21st may stir up misunderstandings or emotional clashes in romantic relationships. This energy can create frustration or impatience, so it's essential to communicate thoughtfully and avoid making decisions in the heat of the moment. After January 21st, Mars's shift into Gemini redirects focus towards home and emotional stability. For couples, this transition may highlight the need to address long-standing family issues together, fostering deeper understanding and connection. Venus's transit through Aquarius, 12th house, early in the month may bring hidden desires or feelings to the surface, encouraging introspection in your relationships. When Venus enters Pisces, your first house, on January 28th, it enhances your charm, magnetism, and romantic appeal. This period is ideal for strengthening bonds or exploring new romantic opportunities. However, Rahu's influence alongside Venus warns against idealizing partners or rushing into commitments without fully understanding the dynamics. For single Pisces, the end of the month could bring exciting new connections, possibly through artistic, social, or digital platforms. Family and social relationships require patience and open communication this month. Mars in Cancer, 5th house, may lead to tensions with younger family members or children, particularly during the retrograde phase. Emotional outbursts or misunderstandings could disrupt family harmony, necessitating calm and empathetic responses. After January 21st, Mars's move to Gemini, 4th house, shifts the focus towards resolving domestic matters. Some Pisces may consider home renovations, relocations, or creating a more harmonious living environment. Saturn in Aquarius, positioned in your 12th house, may lead to moments of emotional distance or introspection within the family. While this introspection is crucial for your personal growth, it's also important to stay connected with loved ones and share your thoughts openly. Mercury's transit through Sagittarius, 10th house, and later Capricorn, 11th house, supports maintaining strong ties with friends and professional contacts. By the end of the month, you may find yourself reconnecting with old friends or receiving support from your social network. Your health and well-being are key areas of focus in January. Saturn's presence in your 12th house emphasizes the importance of rest, mental health, and spiritual growth. This transit may bring moments of fatigue or stress, making it crucial to prioritize a disciplined health routine. Mars retrograding in Cancer, 5th house, may highlight digestive or stress-related issues, so pay attention to your physical and emotional health during the first 3 weeks of the month. Avoid overexertion and ensure you're following a balanced diet. After January 21st, Mars in Gemini, 4th house, may introduce emotional stress linked to domestic concerns, so it's important to find constructive outlets for your emotions. The entry of Venus into Pisces on January 28th will provide a welcome boost to your overall well-being, enhancing your confidence and encouraging self-care. However, Rahu's influence alongside Venus suggests the need for moderation, especially in matters of diet, indulgence, or relaxation practices. Overall, January 2025 is a month of recalibration and inner work for Pisces. Jupiter's retrograde encourages thoughtful communication and revisiting old plans, while Saturn's transit in Aquarius emphasizes introspection and disciplined action. While your career and finances require cautious navigation, opportunities for creative expression and emotional growth abound. Relationships deepen when approached with patience and honesty, and health concerns are best addressed through mindful self-care. By embracing clarity, self-awareness, and balance, you can navigate the complexities of this month with grace and purpose. Trust in your ability to align with the transformative energies of this period to pave the way for lasting growth and fulfillment. As we conclude this episode, please remember that these insights are based on Sidereal or Vedic Astrology, which accounts for the approximately 24-degree difference from the tropical zodiac. Individual predictions may vary, as every birth chart is unique. The influence of dasha periods and natal planetary placements can shape transits differently, both positively and negatively. It's essential to consider your own birth chart when applying these general predictions to your personal circumstances. If you'd like personalized predictions or have questions about your astrological chart, feel free to reach out to us. Stay tuned for more astrological updates. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful astrology content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to sharing more astrological wisdom with you in the future. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep shining bright.